Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for being with us here today. Couple quick points and then an overall question. We talk in trillions, billions, and millions around here. We're $15 trillion in debt. Fannie and Freddie have been subsidized to the tune of about $170 billion the last 3 years. Executive compensation last year in 09 and 010 was about $35 million. Big numbers, they jump out. Just quickly, two smaller numbers jumped out at me. Fannie and Freddie paid outside compensation consultants $655,000 in 08 and $560,000 in 09 to determine their own pay structure. We paid outside consultants that much money to determine the pay structure. Does that sound right, Mr. Williams and Mr. Haldeman? Does that sound excessive?
Congressman, we hired, the company and the Board of Directors hired compensation consultants to help them structure a compensation program format.
A little closer.
Congressman, the Board of Directors hired compensation consultants to work with them to develop a compensation program at the request of FHFA, and they worked in partnership with FHFA and the Treasury Department to develop that compensation.
$655,000 in 1 year to help you determine your pay structure. Mr. Haldeman, does that sound excessive?
It sounds like a lot of money, but there are compensation consultants that are required for the Board in addition to the company's compensation consultant. So I think that number would include 4 consultants, if I get it right, because I think you were pointing out for both enterprises. So that would be 4 in total. But I agree it is a lot of money.
And one other quick point. On your testimony, Mr. Haldeman, you said that the 15 highest executives today are paid the same as, roughly the same as the top 5 a decade ago. I don't know that that's something to rave about. I mean, James Johnson, 91 to 98, earned $100 million in pay with the company. Franklin Raines, we remember that name, 99 to 05, earned more than $90 million from 98 to 03. Daniel Mudd earned $12 million in 05. I don't know that it furthers our topic here to compare what we're doing today with what executives made 15 years ago. Mr. Haldeman, I appreciate the tone you took, that you understand the outrage certainly that Congress feels, and in theory and in practice we reflect the outrage that's out there. But understand something. Many members of Congress came here because this country's broke. Big freshman class of Republican and Democrats, who most of whom left probably much higher paying positions to come here and serve this country because this country's broke. I'm not unusual. There are other members like myself who came here and turned down my health benefits, turned down any pension benefits, because we've all got to do something pretty quickly or we're going to be in a heap of trouble, and future generations are going to be in a lot of trouble. So I appreciate that you understand the outrage, but are you telling me that unlike Congress and some other departments in government, we're fundamentally not able to find people who need to do what they need to do at Fannie and Freddie for less than the amount of money in base pay and bonuses that we're paying folks? And if so, do you understand how a lot of people might find that hard to believe?
First of all, I think all of us appreciate the public service of the entire Congress and realize that many have made a personal sacrifice to take on those roles. And I commend Acting Director DeMarco for the public service that he's given the country. And there are many examples of people who have done that. The dilemma I face, maybe I can bring the numbers down a little bit in size. One of the important functions we perform at Freddie Mac is managing an investment portfolio. When I took over my job in August of 2009, that investment portfolio was $900 billion. We've brought it down continuously. It is now about $680 billion in size. There are people who are managing that portfolio. What I worry about is if they make a 1% mistake, that costs the taxpayer $6.8 billion. If they make a 1/10% mistake, it's $680 million. And the people that are required to effectively manage that money and that investment portfolio and not make those mistakes are highly skilled, sophisticated, seasoned people that have many, many opportunities for high-paying jobs. And we need some of them at Freddie Mac to make sure we don't make those mistakes.
Gentleman's time
That's the
expired.
dilemma.